Welcome back, you guys. So in today's video, I'm going to be making some food breakfast. Basically, I do this a lot, but the reason why I'm making this video is because I wanted to kind of explain why I believe my nails are strong and long. Like I was talking about the chicken meat that I would eat on a regular basis. So honestly, I believe that there is something inside of chicken that makes my nails grow strong and long and really well. So right here I'm making French toast. I got some bread from Sarah Lee right here, and milk. This is pink salt, but it's salt, and then ground cinnamon, and then chicken eggs, basically. So I got eggs to help make French toast, and then I'm going to be cooking some bacon as well. But yes, so I believe, honestly, that there is some kind of enzyme inside of chicken that helps make my nails grow strong and long, because I eat chicken or like eggs on like a regular basis. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video and then start putting everything together, start cooking everything, and then I'll show you what they look like. And I also add a little bit of sugar, because whenever you go to like a diner and you order like French toast, they add some powdered sugar usually. So I add a little bit of sugar. It's just the regular sugar, the little like salt looking sugar, but because I don't have any powdered. But either way, I'm gonna add a little sugar to it, and then that'll be it. So let me pause the video, and then I'll show you guys everything set up. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I had to start the video because I just want to explain a little bit here. So I got 4 eggs inside this bowl, and how I open the eggs, I just use a fork, tap on the edge of the egg, the egg yolk, the egg case itself. So that's how I open the egg, and to let out the egg and the I forget the name of the inside of the egg. It's like I forget, but anyway, that yellow piece of the egg. So it's all together, and then I just mix with a fork a lot, and make sure when you're tapping on the egg that you tap really well to cut into the case, and that the case doesn't break where it falls into where you're putting the bowl at. So now all I gotta do is add some of the sugar here. It is ground. You just twist it to ground it up, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of milk into it, and then some sugar. So pause the video, do all that, and then I'll show you guys everything. So just give me a second. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so I got the 4 eggs, salt that I had to grind up just by twisting this top over here. It's pink salt. So you can, if you want to, after you add milk and everything that I just was talking about, you can add cinnamon to the top. So when you placed the bread inside there to basically soak up like a sponge for all the ingredients, then the cinnamon will actually be on the bottom, and then you can just add it. So you can either add it now, or you can add it after you start cooking. You can just flip the bread over on the stove or in the pan, and then pour some ground cinnamon to the top and bottom. So that's probably what I'm going to do, because I don't want to add it to my ingredients right now. So first I'm going to get my pan set up. So over here, I don't know how well you guys can see all this, but over here in this bottom left, we can just heat it up. I'm going to set it to 6 on my heat, because high is like the highest, but so I set it to 6. You can see it's turning red. So now I gotta let the pan heat up I washed it off just to make sure. So it's a little wet, but that water is gonna melt and like evaporate basically. And I got a butter knife so that way I can cut into my stick of butter here, so that way I can take off pieces to help basically keep the eggs and everything from sticking to the pan. The butter helps, but it does taste good because it's basically fat grease. But either way, so now I'm gonna pause the video one more time, and matter of fact, before I do that, I'll go ahead and set a piece of bread inside of my mixture here. I'm gonna leave the fork in there because I use the fork to lift up the bread when it's done soaking up all the ingredients. So I just press that down a little bit so it can soak all in. So the milk helps a lot because it is water based basically. I mean, so does the egg, but either way the milk helps to have the bread soak it up like a sponge. So now that that's soaking pretty well, I got 3 other pieces over there because I'm making breakfast for me, my son, and my daughter. So I just want to make sure that everybody has enough to eat. And then I'm going to be cooking some bacon, and then I may even make this into like a sandwich because I do have some cheese too. So it'll be basically a French toast sandwich with bacon and cheese in it, and maybe even another like regular egg. I don't know just yet. I need to think about it and figure out if I want to do it that way. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting pieces of that brick of butter and placing it onto the pan. Now the pan, you can see that the water pretty much evaporated. So now I'm going to pause the video, cut some butter with my butter knife, and then place pieces in here to melt the butter, and then I'll be able to add the egg or French toast that I'm making here. So just give me a second, I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so I cut 2 pieces of the butter and put it, this is a Teflon pan. So that I would recommend, if you are trying to do this, that you have a Teflon pan, because that keeps it from getting scratched or causing rust and having issues with your pan, and then it will stop from having anything that you're cooking sticking to it. So the butter is going to help, but Teflon does work too. That helps it. Either way. So now I'm going to lift this up. Now that I have some butter melted, so I just gotta lift this up, put it over here, just like that. And now it's cooking it. And I have my spatula right over here. It has a little bit of butter on it, so I just need to tap it. Alright, scrape that butter off. It came off from the butter knife, but there it goes. I got it back on there. So it's not going to take super long to cook, probably like a good 10 to 15 seconds for the egg and everything to heat up and melt and cook. And then I just have to flip the bread with the egg that's on there right now over. But first I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of my cinnamon, since I didn't add cinnamon before. So I just need to shake a little bit. There it goes. So you can see the cinnamon's on there. And it's been about 10-15 seconds since I'm at 6 on my stove. All I do now is just scoop up under it and just jerk a little bit to kind of make sure that I'm gonna grab basically the whole bread. There we go. I know this isn't like any of my normal videos, but I figured I'd let you guys know since it has to kind of do with my nails. But there we go. You can see that it looks pretty white, which is kind of a good thing because it's just the egg yolk. That's what it was, the yolk. The egg yolk is still in there, but it's cooking right now. It's just soaked in. And I still have egg yolk. You see the yellow? So this is just the part that isn't the yellow. That's why it looks white. So wait for another like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and now you should flip it. And there you have it. So then you have some cinnamon. That's why it looks brown on the edges here, because that is the cinnamon that cooked in. And now we're cooking the other cinnamon that we had when we flipped it over. So that's cooking into our French toast right now. So we got about another like 10 seconds, I would say, just to make sure everything's cooked in really well. And then I gotta start the next one. So right now I'm just gonna grab another piece of the bread, put inside the bowl with everything, push it down a little bit, use my fork to press it down a little better, and flip it just so that way it has all the nutrients and ingredients. So flip it over twice. There we go. Now that's in there pretty well. You can still see a little bit of the yellow egg yolk. And that should be good, long enough that we should be able to flip this now without any problems. There we go. You can see it still looks a little brown, which is good because that just shows that we have cinnamon in there. So in a second we're just going to let that heat up a little bit more, and then I'm going to place it onto this plate away from the bread that I have to dip inside of this mixture. And then I'm going to repeat that same process. I'll add probably like 2 pieces of the butter, just to make sure that the next French toast bread that I have right here doesn't get stuck to the pan and it cuts really nice. So I'm going to pause the video one more time, get that set up, and then we'll get back to it. So just give me a second. I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so I got 2 pieces of butter again. You can see that it's melting really well. And then all I gotta do is move that piece of bread over. I'm sorry if this video is looking a little ridiculous, but yeah, I'm trying to hold one hand and use another hand here. Okay. And then you put that right there. And while we're waiting for that to heat up, we're gonna place another piece of bread, soak that, let it get in there, flip it upside down. And then we got probably enough for like one more piece of bread, which is a good thing because we got another piece over there. And it's been cooking for about 5 to 10 seconds, so now we should be able to flip this. But first let me add some cinnamon because I didn't add none yet. There we go. That looks pretty good. So now we're going to flip it. There we have it. Add a little bit of cinnamon to this one, that side, and then while we're waiting for that side to cook the cinnamon and everything in, we wait for about another like 10 to 15 seconds, since I'm on 6 right now for my stove. But I wait just long enough for everything to cook in pretty well. And also, you can add butter after you're done cooking it. You can add butter to the top if you want to. That's completely up to you. I add butter to like waffles or pancakes, things like that. So like French toast, I don't mind doing it that way too. But either way, I'll go ahead and pause the video one more time. Sorry if I keep on having to pause this and you guys have to keep waiting a second. But either way, I'm just trying to make sure that I cook good. So I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so I went ahead and started the next one because I'm trying to just hurry up and finish this all up. So I got the one that was already soaking. I put the last one in there. So I have that one in and it's heating up just fine. And I did add another stick of butter, like not another whole stick, just a piece. But now I'm going to flip it because it's been about 10 seconds. You can see that it heated up pretty well. I'm going to add a little bit more cinnamon to the side because I didn't add none when I first put it on there. And now since I have enough room, I'm going to move this over a little bit and then place another piece of butter right here in this area, and then place this last piece of bread over here. So give me a second, I'll show you. Alright guys, so I got the last piece of bread, so I'm making 4. And you can see, all I had to do is just pour it onto the pan. I didn't have to use the fork really. and I already added some cinnamon to the top. And now what I do, now that this one's been pretty much cooked up, I'm going to flip this really quick. Just like that. You can see that it cooked pretty well. And just give it a few seconds. And then I got to flip this one next. And put cinnamon on this side. Now that we have that side. There we go. Looking pretty good. I'm not adding a whole lot of cinnamon because I make French toast a lot, so I don't want to use all my French toast that I have. I mean cinnamon that I have. Anyway, so now that we have this, this side should be done now. Let's double check. Yep, looks good. And now we're almost finished with this side, and then next I'm gonna break up a few more eggs because I'll need to make kind of like, not scrambled eggs, but like I guess like a patty, an egg patty, so that way I can make this French toast into kind of like a pan, like a sandwich. So it'll be like an egg patty with bacon and hopefully cheese. So then that'll be all in one. Kind of like how McDonald's does the McGriddles. They only really use to make their buns and everything for a McGriddle is actually pancake mix. They heat up the pancake mix. So it's basically two sides of a pancake to make a sandwich, and then they just add eggs, and then whether you want a sausage patty or bacon, you can do either or with cheese in it. So that's pretty much what this is, except for it's just French toast. It's not the pancake batter. I mean, I could make the pancake batter because I do have some all-purpose flour and like some baking powder and stuff, but I don't see the point if I'm just using this bread already, since I have this. Yeah, it's look a little crispy right there, but it's still pretty good. I won't really worry about it. It'll probably just be for me anyway. But it's looking pretty good. I'm just heating up that side. Let me just add a little bit more cinnamon to the top here and flip this back over. Just like that. There we go. And it still has some butter. You can see the butter is seeped into the bread, which is a good thing. I mean, butter is really good with pretty much anything. But that's it. So now we're done with that. Now I just got to get some eggs cut up, put into the bowl, and then make like a patty for the egg, and then use the bacon, cut the bacon. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so I got like 2.5 pieces of bacon on the pan. I got some more because I had bought 2 packs, so I'm gonna just make sure I add some more in a minute. But I'm cooking it, and I'm gonna place a piece of cheese, American cheese, on top just to make sure that it melts kind of into the bacon for the sandwich. And then once I'm done making all this bacon that I'm going to be cooking for the sandwiches, I'm going to go ahead and start making the egg patties basically. And I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, real quick, I just wanted to show you. I learned this when I was a manager at the Sonic Drive-In. So whenever we cook bacon, well, I don't know if they do that now, but because I haven't been there in forever, but whenever we cook bacon, we place the bacon in a V shape, and then we cook one side, flip it, cook the other side. So right now I have a V shape for 2 pieces, and I'm going to add this piece of cheese as soon as I take it out of this case, this little wrapper, and then I'll place it on there so that way I can kind of melt the cheese into the bacon. So I'll be right back with you when we do that. Okay, so I got the cheese on there. It's melting. It's just going to take a few seconds. And then I'm probably just going to add probably like 2 to 3 more pieces of bacon since I still got this brand new case still. I just want to make sure there's enough bacon for the sandwich. And I'm not even sure if my daughter would want cheese and bacon in a sandwich or not. So I'm just trying to get everything set up, even if it's just for me. Anyway, I'll be right back with you. Thank you for watching. Alright guys, so hopefully this will be the last part of this episode other than me just making the egg patties. So this is what the V shape, and when I'm cooking and when I was working for Sonic, the drive-in store, the restaurant, so the V, you fold it in the corner, go up, so you place it straight, and then you fold it upward, and you flip it every time that it starts to cook. So I just want to show you that. So I have 2 V's over here on top of each other, and I have to flip that and flip this side. But the only thing is V. Either way, I want to pause the video one more time, and then I'll start the egg patties next. I'll be right back with you. I'm sorry. Alright guys, I got the bacon done. So now I'm just going to use some of that bacon and regular butter grease. Move it around a little bit by lifting and adjusting the pan a little bit. So that way I can use the oil. And then I'm going to pour the egg right in the pan. And now I just gotta let that cook. And then we gotta flip it, cook the other side, and then we're gonna have an egg patty.
Good morning, Daddy.
Good morning. So I'm gonna let that cook, and then I'll do the next one because I need to make basically 4 of them. So this should be enough egg yolk and egg ingredients. So I should be good to go. Since I got 1, I need 3 more. Anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Please like, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.